Hi everybody, welcome back to Project Happy Home. For those of you who are new here, I'm Tanya, doctor, lawyer turned homeschool mom of 3 kids ages 10, 7, and 5. If you're interested in videos about secular homeschooling, raising a child with ADHD, and living a more essentialist lifestyle, you've come to the right place, so be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. In today's video, I'll be going over the 3 books that are the beginning of the Explode the Code series, and those are the Get Ready for the Code, Get Set for the Code, and Go for the Code books. And these are basically the primers before you start the very popular Explode the Code series. I actually didn't use these for my eldest because he already knew how to read when we started homeschooling, but I did use this for my second daughter and my third. I think you can do all 3 of these books in 1 year at the pre-K or K level, and perhaps even faster depending upon how quickly your child progresses. But they're a great introduction. We're big fans of Explode the Code here. I don't know why I haven't actually shown you them before, but I'll just flip through and let you know how it works. So basically the series starts with book A, and if you actually turn to the very back cover of the book, it tells you how the series progresses. So you have here book A, book B, book C, and then you have picture letter cards as well. And you have Explode the Code books that run all the way from book 1 to book 8. And they also have half editions, so 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and so on and so forth. I don't believe they have a book 7.5. And they also have Beyond the Code, which is books 1 through 4 for comprehension and reasoning skills. We've loved these books. All 3 of my kids have enjoyed doing them at their own level, and I'm a big fan. You can also get Explode the Code online, though I haven't tried that out. So each book starts out and progresses in the same format for the primer series. You have a series of similar activities for each separate sound that they're practicing. So here they're doing F and T, specifically the letter F. You have usually like a feeling or tracing page like this. You have some practice with just fine motor skills and control, some letter identification. You're supposed to color the sections here, but my daughter was already pretty good at that, so she didn't want to. For pages where I think that she already knows how to do the skill, if she doesn't want to, I just let her move on with her life. I really like these activities in this series because you read out a little script, like I am thinking of something that is often made of wood. It keeps animals in a yard. What is it? And the child should say fence. And then it says, put your finger on the fence. What sound does fence begin with? Color the fence. And for every single thing, there's a different activity to do. For example, draw a circle around the fan, draw an X on the fork, color the fish many colors, etc. So again, it provides a nice little activity, like critical thinking activity in the middle of all of this. Now you have some sound practice, some beginning sound practice, and some handwriting practice for that letter. Again, you have some identification from the picture to the sound. You have some more handwriting practice. You have some beginning sound identification and handwriting. You have some same and different practice. And then you move on to the next letter, and you'll see that it's the same format again. So they're going with the letter B here. You have the fine motor control page, identification, the activity where you read out instructions, some handwriting, some beginning consonant sound identification, some differentiation between the 2 letters they've learned thus far, and then again, some beginning sound identification and handwriting, as well as same and different. And that pattern keeps continuing throughout this book. It moves on to M, and now we're comparing those 3 past letters, K, and you'll notice with every letter they increase the complexity because they'll include the previous letters in the review. And then T. And in general, my daughter would do like a bunch of these at once or just one if she felt like it. I'm going to flip through really fast for B to let you see. Same general formatting. There's J and N. Very similar style for all of these books. And so by the 3rd book, you have far more letters, so you have far more complexity in how many letters they have in their choices, as you can see, but the formatting is exactly the same. And so by now, they're very familiar with the order of activities in this book. And throughout, this was never a book that anyone fought about. Everyone enjoyed doing these, and I think it's a really good primer for learning about different letters and things like that. These are a series that I would use probably at the very beginning of my phonics study with my kids because the activities are pretty simple. The fine motor control skills are also pretty simple. It's very on target for some of the first workbooks you might want to use with your children at all in your homeschooling journey. So these were the primers for the Explode the Code series A, B, and C. I hope that was helpful to you. All the relevant links will be in the description box down below. And remember, if you are more of an online learner or your kids are more of an online learner, that is something to look into as well. So I will link that as well in the description box. As always, I really appreciate your time, you guys. Thanks for spending some of it with me, and I wish you guys the very best day.